Ooh, pretty things are in here. Hey guys, welcome back. So this is going to be a reading update video, if you couldn't tell by the title and all of that good stuff. So I am doing a reading update, and I know I normally put those out on Saturdays, but I am changing things up a little bit and I'm going to be putting them out on Tuesday. So it is May 8th. And in my reading update videos, I usually talk about like the books I'm reading or the books I have read, am reading, and will read. And then occasionally I have things like this that I unbox on my video or in the video. So I'm gonna do this unboxing first. So this is from, where is this from? Fabled March, which is a bookish box type company. And I don't know, they don't really have like a subscription thing, but they do offer like one-time purchase themed boxes, and this one is it was their World of Moss box, which a lot of people have been waiting for a very long time to get, so I am at once excited and also apprehensive to get this. Hopefully this video is bright enough. It is a little bit dark because it's like cloudy / stormy. So I have my window on this side, and so that's why this side of my face is like washed out or whatever, and then I have a light next to me, so we're just going to make it work, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this box. There's a lot of packaging. Ooh, there's pretty things in here. Aww. Okay, so I see a couple of candles, and I'm just gonna set this on the floor. Okay, so the first candle I have is Queen of Terrasin, and it has a really pretty label on it. It says citrus, crisp bergamot, and sugared musk. Ooh, that smells really good. I really like that. The next candle is King of Terrasin, and that's what the label looks like. And it says vanilla, tonka, and light musk. That's a very interesting smell. I like it though. It smells good. So those are the first two candles, and these are 2-ounce ones, and I think there's two more 4-ounce candles in here. This box actually has a lot of, if you're on Bookstagram and are into like the YA type thing, this box / company has had a lot of like issues going on for quite a while, and I really don't want to like get into it, but this box I have, like, I pre-ordered it in November or something, and I got this in May. I can't remember if I said it was June 8th or May 8th now. I'm pretty sure I said May and I meant June. It's June 8th, guys. So these are the other two candles that are in here, but I just wanted to say that I've literally been waiting for this box for forever. I know my friend Brianna also ordered this box, and it's just like, that's a little bit, that's like 8 months plus to be waiting on a thing. I know it was a pre-order, but that's just so early to be. Ooh, I almost dropped that on the floor. That's just way too early to be opening up pre-orders and selling things. Okay, so these are both High Lady of the Night Court, and then the other one is High Lord of the Night Court. So they are from Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Well, all of this stuff is by her, but that's what the label looks like for High Lady. And it says, to the people who look at the stars in wish, rise. That smells really good. I usually don't like getting, even though they're like my favorite characters ever, I don't like getting Rysand and Feyre candles because they always smell the same, because Sarah J. Maas like describes how they smell like a million times in A Court of Mist and Fury, and everybody always goes with those exact same smells when they make candles, and they're not my favorite scents. So and this one says, to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered, which is a quote from A Court of Mist and Fury. Wow, that's interesting. It smells like pepper. It's interesting, but in a good way. And that's what that one looks like. That's the High Lord of the Night Court. So those are the 4 candles that came in the box, and these 2 are 4-ounce candles. This box was very pricey, but I was like, it's Sarah J. Maas, of course I'm going to spend money on it. Ooh, this is very pretty. So this is a banner of some kind. I don't know if it's intended to be a pin banner or not, but it's got some like fabric paint on it, like glitter. I don't even know if you guys can see that. There's like glitter spots on it. You can kind of see it right there. But it has texture, so it's like, it reminds me of glitter paint or something, but it looks nicer than anything I ever tried to make with it. But it's really pretty. And it says, you could rattle the stars. So this one is for the Throne of Glass series. That's really pretty. It's a really pretty like wall hanging, actually. Oh, I think it actually has, it's like a blend between A Court of Thorns and Roses and Throne of Glass, because up here you have the mountain with the stars, and that's like the Night Court symbol or whatever. I will have to see what the spoiler card says about that, but that is pretty. There's a couple of, ooh, okay, I know what these are. There are 2 book sleeves in here. One for A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then the other for Throne of Glass. I am not the biggest user of book sleeves because I don't really travel anywhere. But this is the A Court of Thorns and Roses one, and it's got Feyre and Rhysand on it. It's pretty. And then on the back it has a quote, and it says, I was his and he was mine, and we were the beginning, the and middle and end. I'm not sure what quote that is from, but these are really nice. Book sleeves are really thick, so if you do travel with books a lot, that would work pretty well. I just don't, so I don't know if I'm going to keep these. I probably won't, just because I don't use book sleeves, and the paintings or whatever, the art is pretty, but not like my preferred style. It is very pretty though. So this is Throne of Glass, so that is Aelin and Rowan. And the quote on this one says, they joined hands so the world ended and the next one began. And I think that's from Kingdom of Ash. And that's what that side looks like. So they are very pretty and they're very sturdy, but I doubt I will be keeping them just because I don't use book sleeves. I literally have like 3 of them, and they're like for my all-time favorite books, so. And then, ooh, this is kind of cool. So this looks like the last thing in the box, and it's like a hidden book. It's got something sticky on it, and it has, wow, this is beautiful. Oh, there's stuff inside of it. This is not the last thing in the box. There's lots of goodies in here. So they use this, I'll just show it to you. This is like a secret book, so it has, like, it looks like a book on the spine, and on the top up here is for Throne of Glass, and then down here is A Court of Thorns and Roses. So this is Throne of Glass as well. I think that is a painting of a scene from Terrasen. And then on the back side is the Night Court, so this is Valeris down here, and this artwork is absolutely stunning in person. This is what I would, if the book sleeves looked like this, I would keep them, but I'm glad they don't, because I wouldn't know what else to do with them other than throw them on my bookshelf. And even like the end page, the ends, looks like an old book pages. This is very cool. And they used it for packaging, so there are lots of goodies inside of this thing. Lots of okay, there's more. I lied, there's a lot of stuff in here. And then this is what the inside looks like. Very beautiful. This is even prettier than the Fairy Loot ones. I really like this a lot. So the first things I have, oh my gosh, guys, these are so pretty. So I have a couple of prints, and they are foiled. One is for Throne of Glass and the other is for A Court of Thorns and Roses, and they're freaking gorgeous. They're by Ars 18 or 28. It's an Instagram profile, but look at how pretty. Look at, those are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the Court of Thorns and Roses one. And then this one, equally beautiful, is the Throne of Glass one. Love these so much. Holy crap, those are the best. I love them. Okay, and we've got, oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff. Okay, holy crap. I do not see a spoiler card in here, so I literally can't tell you where all of this stuff came from. Which kind of sucks. That kind of sucks just a tiny bit, unless it's hiding somewhere. No, I don't think so. Okay, so the first thing we've got are some bookmarks. And they're metal ones because this Fabled merch makes a lot of metal bookmarks. And this one is for Throne of Glass. And this is what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. It's got a lot of neat, delicate cutouts, dropping things on the floor. It has a pink tassel. I'm not a fan of bookmarks with tassels, but for a metal one, it probably would be good because then you could find it without like ripping pages. And then it's like the colored parts on this are like textured. It's very pretty. I really like that one. And then the other bookmark, there's one for A Court of Thorns and Roses as well. And it has the same quote, "To the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered" on it. And it looks, oh, it's supposed, okay, I get it. This is what it looks like. This is so hard to show you. I don't even know if that's picking it up. But the quote is in this part right here, and it's supposed to be one of the spirits from Starfall, I believe, in A Court of Mist and Fury. But it's really, really pretty. It's so, there's so many delicate cutouts in it. That's really beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put that one back because I'm like worried about it like getting bent. I don't want it to get bent. And then the last two things I have are pins. I already knew what the one looked like, but everything else in this has been basically a surprise. So this is what the Throne of Glass pin looks like. It's got a couple of like dangle charms on it. It's very pretty. I really like that. And then the Court of Thorns and Roses one is also equally pretty and symbolic. It has, oh, I love this. Okay. So it has a bow, and then inside of the bow is the Night Court symbol. So the bow is for Feyre because she was a huntress, and the Night Court obviously is for Rysand because he's the High Lord of the Night Court, obviously. And there's roses on the bottom. Oh, that's so pretty. I can't wait to put these on my Sarah J. Maas pin banner. I have one of those because I have so many of them. So many pins. Okay, so this box actually had a lot of great things in it. I think by far my favorite thing, if I can get it, I put everything on the floor. I don't know why, that was dumb. This is probably my favorite item in this box, is this secret book. It's just freaking gorgeous. Now I have a special box to store all of my ACOTAR and Throne of Glass prints inside of. That's so nice. I really like it. Also, I love that they use this for packaging instead of wrapping everything in bubble wrap, because that drives me nuts when box companies are like, here's all this great stuff, let me also send you a bunch of plastic and bubble wrap and crap. And I'm like, no thanks. So I really appreciated that they used this to hold all of these pins and the bookmarks and stuff in the prints. That just really I really appreciate that. So yeah, quite a lot of things. So there's 2 pins, 2 metal bookmarks, 2 foil prints, a secret book, 2 book sleeves that are pretty but I won't be keeping, a huge banner wall hanging that I can't tell you if it's a mashup between the 2 books. I want to say it is, but I can't tell you for sure because there was no spoiler card or anything in here. I don't know if they just forgot or they just didn't make one. And then 4 candles. So there was a lot of stuff in here. I feel like it is a great value. I really just wish that it would have come faster or not been open for pre-order so early. I know there was a ton of stuff going on with like items not getting shipped in time and all of that. And like last year was just insane for any kind of small business, but there was a lot of other underlying things that were going on. That is why this took so long to get out to everybody. So that is probably my only complaint. Other than that, everything in this box is amazing. I am very impressed with all of it. I don't know, I was very worried when I started opening everything, but I am no longer worried, and I really like everything that came in here. So that is good. Now I'm going to change my camera view so that it's not so far away, so I can talk about all of the things I've been reading. Alright, so let's get into all of the things that I have been reading and all of the things that I'm going to read next, or that I'm currently reading. So I know I said at the beginning of this video I am changing things up a little bit, and that's basically just scheduling. I was not liking having my updates go up on Saturday because I just felt like it's summer and everyone is too busy to watch videos on the weekend, and then by the time the week rolls around and they want some chill time, they've forgotten about it. So I'm going to be uploading these on Tuesdays now. So my reading updates will be going from Tuesday to Monday, because I'll be filming it Monday evening and then putting it up Tuesday. So that will be the span of time that's being covered in these videos. Let's see. I forgot a book. I have to go grab a book really quick. Okay, so my first book of June was The Girl in the Stars by Mark Lawrence, and I absolutely loved this book. I am going to be doing a review for it, and that will be going up on Wednesday, so tomorrow. It will be going up tomorrow, and I'm really excited to do the review for this book because I absolutely freaking love this book. So when I do book reviews, I do them very differently from most other people. I do not sit down and rehash like everything that happened in the book. I talk about basically everything except for what actually happens in the story, because I want you to know about the book without knowing the entire thing before you read it, because I just feel like that's doing a disservice to the reader. I might do like spoilery book talks, and it would be a book talk, not a book review. It would just be me talking about the book, but I don't know if I'm even good enough at talking about books to do that. But anyways, that is besides the point. So this book got, what did this book get? Like almost 5 stars. This book almost got 5 stars from me. It was so good. If you want to know more about my thoughts on it, you can watch the review when it goes up tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed and click the notification icon so that you guys know when it goes live. But yeah, really enjoyed this book, and we'll be talking more in depth about it in that review, so watch out for that. The second book that I finished in I have finished 2 books in June already, and it's only the 8th, guys. I'm doing wonderful. So the second book I finished was The Two Towers, and I actually listened to this on audiobook. That audiobook is done by Phil Dragash, and it is online for free. You do not have to pay for it whatsoever, because it is like it's fan made, so it's just amazing. Every single time I talk about it, I'm just like, I love it so much. So this guy, Phil, made audiobooks for all 3 of the parts of The Lord of the Rings, and they are not abridged, so he does every single word and every single part of every book, and it's dramatized. So he uses music from the movies to go along with the parts of the story, and if you've watched and loved the movies, then you would also love those audiobooks if you're into listening to audiobooks, because it just brings, like, you're listening to it and then a part of the soundtrack will come on and you're like, excuse me, you get all of these like images in your head, and it just goes, it just goes along great with the parts that he has the music playing, like when the hobbits are going, like if there's something going on about the hobbits, there's like the Shire music is playing in the background, and if it's like a bad guy, it's like that intense epic music playing in the background. I'm pretty sure he did his own what are those, the ring race, the things that they ride, I'm pretty sure he does his own scream that they have, or it uses some kind of animal noise and like edits it, because it doesn't sound anything like the one that's in the movies. It's just so good. It's so good. I really enjoyed listening to this, and I always forget how Peter Jackson kind of rearranged some of the parts. Like there's some parts that are in the Two Towers that are actually in the Fellowship of the Ring movie, and then there's some parts that are in the Return of the King that's actually in the Two Towers in the book. But it's really funny to like be like, oh hey, that's kind of just a little bit out of order, but it doesn't even really matter because they're both, the movies and this book and the audiobook are just the best. I love all of them. So obviously this got 5 stars from me because number one, epic narration, just the best. I will link this in the description box so you guys can go find it. It is simply amazing. If you love audiobooks and you love The Lord of the Rings, you should definitely listen to it because 1, it's free, and 2, it's amazing, and 3, it's amazing. Just go listen to it. If you just want to, I don't know, it'd be a great way to introduce it to your kids if you have kids. Not like, maybe not super young kids, but even my 8-year-old loves listening to it. He's like, Mom, can we listen to The Lord of the Rings? And I'm like, well, sure, of course we can listen to The Lord of the Rings. I would love nothing more than to do that with you. So it's really great. I really enjoyed it, and I'm super excited to do The Return of the King in July. So these are the 2 books that I have gotten through in the beginning of June. I am really glad that I have already gotten through 2 books this month, because normally it's like halfway through the month and I haven't even finished 1 book. Thankfully that is not the case at the moment, so that is very nice. I had to check my notes to make sure I'm talking about everything I need to talk about. Okay, so reading plans for the coming week. Also drinking iced coffee because why not? So I have already started my next book, and it is it's a big book. It's The Summer Garden by Paulina Simons, and it is a historical fiction. It is really long. It's 700 and some pages long, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 742 pages long, so it's a huge paperback. It is the 3rd book in the Bronze Horseman trilogy. Did I say it was historical fiction? It's historical fiction. And I am really liking it so far. I made it to page 58, and it only took me like an hour and a half to get that far. But like, guys, this is the words. They're so tiny. And it's like literally from like top to bottom. Like there's barely any margin in this book. So it's a lot different going from The Girl and the Stars, which has huge margins, to this book, which has like no margins. So it takes me a very long time to get through a chapter, and the chapters are even weird. I'm gonna see how long it takes me. Let's see what Bookly says. It tells me how long it takes me to get through a page. Let's see. I'm spending an average of 1.3 minutes per page. So that's a lot. That's a long time. So I'm only reading like 45 pages an hour, which is a lot for this book. So, but I'm absolutely enjoying it. It was almost like hard to put it down. So the first chapter is actually 58 pages long. That's what I read, was the first chapter of this book. So it's very intense. But I absolutely freaking love it. I love Paulina Simons' writing style. It's super good. I'm probably not going to review this on my channel just because it is the 3rd book in a series and I have not reviewed the first 2. Maybe when I do the reread for these, which is probably not going to be for like 5 years because it's super dense and I really don't think I need to reread it that often. Maybe I do. I'm probably missing a lot. I'm not really sure. But that was chapter 1, was 58 pages long, and then chapter 2 is probably about the same length. It's almost another 50 pages. So, yeah, the chapters in this book are very long. So I had to edit my reading schedule a little bit because I normally try to get through 100 pages a day, or as close to 100 pages a day as I can, but I know that's just not possible with this book because it's freaking huge. So I had to edit my reading schedule a little bit and tone it down to like 50 pages a day because I think that's about all I can handle with this book. Unless I get a day where I have like several hours where I can just sit and read, because then I would try to get through a lot, but I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to. Bookly tells me it's going to take me 15 hours to get through this book, and I believe it because it's usually pretty accurate. I don't know how it does it, it's like wizardry, but Bookly can usually predict very closely how long it's going to take me to get through a book, so that's kind of intense. So if I manage to get through this book this week, I seriously doubt I will because I don't have 15 hours to sit and read. If I do get through this book, I will be picking up my next book, which is Dune Messiah. So this is the sequel to Dune by Frank Herbert, clearly. And it's little. It's a very small book. I don't even know, it might be over 300 pages. No, it's not even over 300 pages. It's only got 281 pages in it, which is nice, and it's also sci-fi, so I figured that would be good after reading like a really intense fantasy like The Girl in the Stars, and then a really intense historical fiction like The Summer Garden, and then I was like, I need a little book that's gonna like kind of help, because I'm probably going to have a book hangover after I finish The Summer Garden, because the last two books, The Bronze Horseman and what was the second book? Was it Tatiana? Where is that book at? I can't find it. Oh my gosh. Oh, the second book is called Tatiana and Alexander, which are the two main characters in the trilogy, and those books both gave me horrendous book hangovers. Just the freaking worst. It was really bad. My hope is that this book won't be as intimidating, just because of how small it is and whatnot. So that is my plans for reading this week. I'm probably not going to get to this book before my next reading update. I might finish The Summer Garden, and that will probably be the only book I talk about, unless, like I said, I get some free time where I don't have anything else that I need to do. Said no mom ever. Or, you know, whatever. Just, there's a lot of things that have to line up perfectly for me to have even 3 hours worth of reading time to myself. So we shall see what occurs with that. I might, if The Summer Garden ends up taking too long to get through, I might put a pause on it like halfway through and then read this book and then go back to that one just to give me kind of a break. I've never tried that before. Maybe that would be a good thing to do. I'm not really sure. But if it's like Friday and I haven't finished that book yet, I'm probably going to do that. If I'm at least halfway through it, I will probably pause and then read this book, because I really don't think this book is going to take a lot of time. Even though Dune itself was really big, it really didn't take me that long to get through it. So I'm not thinking this is going to take very long to get through either. So that is the plan moving forward. Let's see, do I have anything I need to talk about? I don't think I have anything else to talk about. This video has already gotten probably pretty long because of that unboxing that I did, which kind of took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. I think that's all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and chatting books. I would love to know what you guys are reading or listening to or playing or whatever, like what's going on with your lives. I'd love to know what you're up to. Please chat down in the comments and we could continue this conversation, and hopefully I will see you guys in another video. Until then, bye!